Okay, we are live. Let's go. Hi, Stout. Hello. We're gonna get started in like a few minutes here. Wait, what is that? Why are you streaming while the other channel I usually watch stream? I'm confused. What? I didn't know if I should have like done the 3 full songs at the beginning of the stream today. But I kind of felt like it because why not? Let's stay consistent. Okay, I'm not very. I don't really understand the joke though. Is it like, oh, like I'm streaming and then like there are other channels you might watch while I'm streaming? That's like the inconvenience. I'm not quite getting that. I'm not very smart. I'm sorry. I got 911. Please, Chixie. Yeah, so I got this new microphone, the Samsung 9Q9U, and the reason is because I realized I'm so loud, like I need a mic that's muffled, because like if I don't get one, I'm just gonna destroy it every time. So I need something to like hold back my voice's fucking power level. Although I don't know because I paid money for them. The phone cover and the pop filter actually might be worse. I might take the pop filter off right now. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to make you choose. Oh, no. We're not doing departure today. No. I took the pop filter and the mic phone cover off because oh, sorry. I'll turn that down a little.
This nigga said, "You think you're the drink, bitch? You're not even the cup. This nigga got a middle pump with a low taper. This nigga's the drink. This nigga's liquidity."
This is the brain rot song. There's always a brain rot song. We have to get through the brain rot song.
When I was a kid, niggas call me the juice box.
Yeah, I think the music was supposed to be a little bit louder. I took the pop filter and then I took the thing off. So I don't know if I'm like super loud. Now we can hear more background. See? So I think I should leave I should at least leave the phone cover on. I don't know if that would help. If not, I'll put the pop. Is that better? Does that sound better when I put the phone cover on it?
No cent, it's 50 now. Why all these bitch niggas running their mouth like. They call him the crazy pop. Okay, monkey. They call him the what? Niggas call me the parfait, cause I'm sweet in the cut. Can you suck on my what? Can I call you the slut? All niggas I have a taste for. You just have to look at my past.
Dude, I heard this shit and I was like actually cackling. I was like, I have to play this on stream. It's not copyrighted.
Genu's dead, so I'm smoking a pack. This nigga Frieza think he's really him. He must be smoking on crack. They call him the what? Niggas call me the drink. I'm a rich nigga paid so she wanted to link. Fuck you know about that. This nigga gay, you could call him the twink. Bitch, my pocket's fucking fat. Put a scope on a cake cause it's one of my kinks. Frieza, you're just a fucking scrub. Niggas call me the cup and I don't give a fuck. Frieza, what the fuck is up? You be smoking on crack.
Yeah, the music isn't really supposed to be background. I'm just like leaving it here because like I play 3 songs at the beginning and it's supposed to like take over the stream. I can turn it down though. Are we ready, chat? Are we ready?
I'm gay.
Yes, audio is a bitch. You know, Chixie, you're always here. What am I doing? Chixie's always here. Chat, what are we again? What are we? Hizzle! Hizzle's gonna leave in like 10 minutes, I know, but like, it is what it is. Thank you for being here. Hello. Hello, Hizzle, what are we? What are we, Hizzle? Yas, Chixie, yas. Hey, Hizzle, what are we? Yay. Ooh. Don't forget to like the stream. I have to be a shill. I'm sorry. I like the shill. Tilting Windmill, hello! Hey, y'all, make sure to leave a like on the stream while y'all are at it. Thank you. Hello. Cause I'm what? What are we, chat? I'm kind of confused. What are we? Bye. What? I'm like gay Jeffrey Dahmer. Why is that? If he was normal and not straight. Okay, that's it for the music today. That's it for the music. We're done with the music today. That's it. That's the first 3 songs. Y'all know how it is. That's how we do it. Okay, so normally I don't do Thursday lives, but there was something that happened. Nikandros, out of the fucking blue moon, decided to upload. So I'm going to react to that because Nikandros dropped a banger video on Taku. And for some background, if y'all don't know who Taku is, he's the guy that, he, for lack of a better term, enjoys some, yay! Nikandros enjoys some very certain or not Nikandros, Taku enjoys certain kind of content that maybe you shouldn't be watching. A little too much of it. And while he's at it, he's got kids in his Discord server who have been exposed to certain content children shouldn't be exposed to. So today we're gonna be reacting to Nikandros beating the living shit out of Taku again online for the second time in what I think is a year now. So this is going to be interesting. It's about 1 hour and 15 minutes. So it's going to be like a 2-hour stream, but that's like usually my stream length anyways. So let's do this shit. And I'm going to have some God of War layered in the background. If you don't care for that, you can listen, you can watch. That's for the ADHD people out there. So let's just get started. Wait, just to be clear, do you guys hear the game's audio? I'm kind of concerned about that one. And also, I don't even think you guys heard Nikandros because I muted the thing.
It's just it's an annoying game.
That's Asmongold. I think we all know who Asmongold is.
Overall, but you know, what is this? It's nothing to do with minors being. What the? Wow, Jesus Christ! People like honestly, like guys, I'm gonna be real. Like, if you're a content creator, you need to stop interacting with anybody that's under 18. You do. You need to stop doing it. It's a massive fucking mistake.
Not just if you're a content creator. Don't talk to minors. Don't talk to minors. How about that? How about let's not talk to minors, shall we? Why is it just if you're a content creator? Let's not stop there. Let's just go for everybody. If you're like, don't talk to minors.
You are putting yourself in a bad situation. Stop. Like, do not let the kids. Do not let them on your Discord. Don't let them in your community. Don't do anything. What Los Pollos? No, Los Pollos didn't do anything, right? Like, this is just some.
Los Pollos Hermanos.
Right? And yeah, it's a
Wait,
total
what?
liability. And if you're not a content creator, I mean,
listen, it's not just about the fact that it's a liability, though, right?
It is just better.
Like, don't talk to minors. It's not just because it's a liability. Don't have conversations with kids. That seems very straightforward. Yeah, right? Like, I understand, like, in a Pokemon Discord server, I can get it. Like, they appear randomly, and it's like, it is what it is. Just block them. That's what I do. I just fucking block them. When I find out they're under 8, I just fucking block them. That's all I do. I'm not conversing with kids. What the fuck?
For everybody that kids are not allowed in it. That's all I'm saying. I think that's very fair.
Welcome. I'm Nikandros. Remember this?
Nux has always been good to me, and I'm a guy who's always...
Oh, not Rape Tone. Not Rape Tone. Of course Rape Tone is defending Nux.
We'll see about that. And what did we see?
Anyways, it looked like Nux Taku completely obliterated all the...
Keep in mind, Tectone was found civilly liable for rape. I want you guys to, like, keep that in mind. This dude was found civilly liable for rape. He has no fucking room to talk about anything. I'm gonna be straight up honest.
Allegations that were thrown his way in the matter of 5 minutes.
I gotta figure out how to keep the game going while pausing and unpausing. I need a second monitor. I'm sorry.
You didn't denounce Nux. I'm good, bro. I love Nux. Straight up. I don't care.
You're not going to weigh the evidence or be transparent with your audience about what the allegations
hardest
even are.
difficulty.
I don't care.
Of course
Yeah,
not.
they're not just allegations. They're some insane things to be fucking held accountable for.
Demands the author to be investigated. And this screams child groomer, not gonna lie. However, when he's asked about his friend's long history of
even Tectone thinks he diddles kids. What? Even the rapist thinks he's a kiddie diddler. What the fuck? What is this? What even the rapist? Holy, I mean, I guess he was found civilly liable for rape. He was found civilly liable for rape. But I don't know how much better that makes you, honestly. Like, I don't really care for the difference.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I also must have forgotten that he's a rapist. Why would I reasonably expect anything from him? What does he even mean by...
Of course, Nikandros is on point.
The allegations. I've been waiting and I can't see a response from him. Oh wait, I'm blind. There it is. Plain as day. 21 minutes deep into a video called "It Backfired. He effing found out." Now that's what I call burying the lead. That's apparently
what do you mean it backfired? What do you mean what backfired?
Some of like the shit about what's going on. And I was like, oh, I'm in the car for like an hour and a half. Let's throw on that.
It backfired? Hold on. I'm taking this back like a...
To incredibly obscene content and funneling them to dangerous and barely moderated communities.
I don't care.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I also must have forgotten that he's a rapist. Why would I reasonably expect anything from him? What does he even mean by Taku obliterating the allegations? I've been...
Yeah, what do you mean? He didn't obliterate any allegations. He got fucked over. Hold on. Chixie says, I still don't understand why we can't get rape laws fixed so that they make sense in the real world. Being held civilly liable for something that is a criminal act should result in a criminal penalty. Yeah, but like the U.S. justice system fucking sucks. Yeah, if you get found civilly liable for something, right, that doesn't necessarily make you like legally accountable for like the criminal part of it, because it's like it's a civil case. It doesn't have like the same like level of, I guess, burden of proof that like a criminal case would have. But like if you're being found civilly liable for rape, like that, most people don't have that problem, right? That's all I'm saying.
Waiting and I can't see a response from him. Oh wait, I'm
Boy.
blind. There it is.
Boy.
Plain as day. 21 minutes deep into a video called "It Backfired. He effing found out." Now that's what I call burying
Hassan
That's
Piker.
apparently a very common criticism for my video.
I tried starting to watch some of like the shit about what's going on. And I was like, oh, I'm in the car for like an hour and a half. Let's throw on that Nikandros video. And like the beginning
Hell
of the
yeah.
video starts out with him just lobbing a ton of insults at Tectone.
Problem?
Yeah, I mean, Tectone is a
I think I've
rapist.
been told
Why?
back, and I
Why
was
wouldn't
like,
you
this
insult a
ain't
dude who was like
nuts,
found
right?
civilly
Like,
liable
what?
for rape?
What
What is with all these
That's the
VTubers and like
first
defending like
2 minutes of
actual
18
like
in a
sex
video.
pests and
And
maniacs,
so
dude?
finally, after he finishes berating Tectone,
2 minutes.
he goes into talking about like Nux having weird censored thumbnails that weren't censored.
They were a little
enough.
more than weird. There was a lolicon in his
For a while.
thumbnails. What the fuck
I
are you
remember
talking
a lot of people
about?
having like weirdly lewd implication thumbnails. I don't. Maybe that's bad.
Hold
I don't
on,
know,
hold on,
like,
hold on.
That was just a thing for a while.
Okay, so if y'all don't know what lolly is just like CSAM, but like it's hentai, so it doesn't count. Like it's CSAM, but in the United States it's legal. It's kind of a second. Yeah, okay. It's literally just legal CSAM. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about here. I don't know what's wrong with these fucking VTubers and diddling kids. Listen, I'm not saying all VTubers are kid diddlers. I'm not saying all VTubers are sex pests that like defend rapists and shit. But like a lot of them, you know what I mean? It's like it's a pattern of behavior. It can't be
The
avoided.
first time thumbnails are brought up is 13 minutes in, after showing Taku describe his past content as him reacting to weird stuff from Japan. I show Taku using a drawing of a fully naked underage girl on his thumbnail. Maybe that's
Yeah, it's just
bad, I
weird
don't
stuff
know.
from
You
Japan.
can still
The
find
lolicon is
uncensored
just
on his
weird
channel,
stuff from
by the way.
Japan.
And then he's
The-
going on
the-
about these thumbnails.
The CSAM
fell
is just
asleep.
weird shit
The
from Japan.
thumbnails are
I mean, it's not
on screen for
CSAM,
17
CSAM, but
seconds.
you get it.
And I feel like if you're making an exposed video and it's supposed to be like, this guy is big bad evil man, here is why, you should put the big bad evil man stuff like in the front. You should front load it, because I shouldn't be falling asleep in the middle of your video if I'm supposed to be gaining pertinent information.
A dive
Dude, if you fell asleep after hearing all that shit about Taku, bro, you're a piece of shit. How about that? Like, dude, if you heard all of, like, the actual fucking, like, deplorable, inhuman shit Taku was up to, and you said, yeah, let me fall asleep at the helm, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
that a coma continues to be the best explanation for what happened here. The previously mentioned 17 seconds are immediately
Sacrifice the
followed up
boy.
with clips of Nux exhibiting a comic to his audience in which a
Jesus.
little girl is raped by a pack of monkeys before
What?
a crowd of children.
Well, that
What did he say? I forgot about that. I actually forgot about that. What did he say? Oh
was,
shit.
on
We're
YouTube
okay, we
for
have to like
while.
let this play a
Before
little.
this segment,
It's been
I
4 minutes.
established a timeline. Taku was already criticizing the hot tub meta on Twitch before he uploaded this video. So he was criticizing a meta on another platform that involves putting softcore pornography on a 13+ website, while supposedly participating in a meta of regularly publishing incredibly obscene on his channel for a child
Yeah.
audience to view. As I
Again, he's
established
like-
even
he's-
earlier
he
in
has-
the video, Taku currently holds himself out as this
One of the biggest problems like with Nux is like most of his fans are kids, dude. Most of his fans are unironically kids. And it's like he's just like posting hentai and just like lolly all over his shit. It's not even funny. And I know Nux says he doesn't like it. He doesn't like lolly. But I don't buy that for a fucking second. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's objectively true. I'm just saying you don't like lolly? Okay.
his voice against degeneracy and hedonism, while totally obfuscating his own past. Not only does he describe his past content in a totally disingenuous manner that downplays the severity of his actions, he will delete evidence of his past when it arouses controversy. This is a massive indictment of Taku's character 70 minutes in. Kirsch claims to have watched the
Okay.
video, but still deploys the "he was doing a meta" defense. Even though it was
A meta
debunked
what?
in
A
that
meta
very
lolicon
video.
defense?
How did Kirsch comment on Nux spurring his response to me 21 minutes deep into a random Assad video?
The protocaster, thank you. Nux vid, it backfired. He fucking found out with Hassan thumbnail 22 hours ago. Addressing the
Dude.
allegation starts or 21 minutes in. I do not know if I'm gonna have chance to get to that stuff today, so that might have to be either on my own time and then I bring up
Dude,
clips and
can I
stuff
be
or
honest?
whatever on the
Dude,
weekend.
what
I'm
is
not
with
sure.
these losers and
comments
Hassan
on that.
Piker? I hate Hassan Piker. Don't get me. This kind of behavior is as old as humanity. It's normalized because it's ubiquitous. Yeah, that's kind of the fucking problem. Is like for some reason people think like fucking diddling kids is normal, which is fucking insane. Or like any like next to fucking like any like sort of excuse to do it, motherfuckers will just do it. It's crazy. But like, I'm not gonna lie, I fucking hate Hassan. I said this on last stream. I'll say it again. I hate Hassan. I think he's a fucking loser. I think he like does a terrible job representing the left. But like, don't get it twisted. Hassan is. I don't like Hassan because one, he put a shock collar on his dog, and two, he's cringy as fuck. Right. That being said, I think Nux Taku is like worse. I think Nux Taku is more of a threat to humanity than Hassan Piker will ever be, bro. And that's like the fucking problem here. Is like, I don't care if it's Hassan doing it when it's Nux trying to shit on him. Cause it's like, dude, if every time Nux opens his mouth, I'm just gonna be like, dude, you have an audience of children that you show lolly hentai to. What the fuck are you talking about? You have more skeletons in your closet than Hassan will ever have.
At all? My video not being adequately front-loaded means it's a nothing burger. But Naxtaku's defense being buried 21 minutes deep into a
Dude,
random
that video
Hassan
was not a
video
nothing
is
burger,
nothing to
dude.
be
That
concerned about,
that
despite
video
being
like
an
legit
obvious sign
destroyed
that he's
Nux's
trying to draw as little
reputation.
attention to it as possible.
Still want Kirsha to check out the Nux vid. It's been too long. Should see them and make up her mind. I have no idea what's going on with Nux, and I have far more important things going on in real life at the moment.
So she's happy to publicly
Says the
spread lies
VTuber.
about
This jobless VTuber.
my
Okay.
video, but she's way too busy to publicly engage with it or with Naxtaku's response. In that segment, I also pointed out that Naxtaku claimed he was going to confront
Yeah, they
Shadman
all are
for
fucking
making
disgusting.
Lolly reality comics. That obviously can't be true if he was fine with putting Lolly Bestiality comics on his own channel before and after that collab
Lolly
was supposed to happen.
Bestiality is crazy.
Coincidentally, Kirsch had
That's
her own
just that's
history
fucking
with Shadman.
wild.
Imagine wanting art of yourself from the man of Shad. You know, I feel like that's when I'll know. I'm
Dude,
ready to
Shadman, bro. Dude, I don't want art from Shadman, dude. I don't want to associate with a guy that draws fucking lolicon all day.
Shadman art.
What?
And then life will be complete. I can retire in peace.
For many years,
These
Kirsch
guys are
would make
freaks,
requests
bro.
like this of Shadman on Twitter and on streams. In 2023, she learned about Shadman's history of drawing of real children, which happened almost 10 years ago and is one of the most infamous things about him, after which she never said that again.
Moral crusades are moral crusades. It's just like the Twitter
Stop having
feeds
morals,
virtue
guys.
signaling.
Stop
And if
having
there are
morals.
People, like super chatting to Null about how apparently I still like Shadman when I do not, and I have not since I learned about him last year.
The problem is that she did.
I can always see if
What?
Shadman is taking commission.
Whoa.
It's always been a dream of mine to have artwork.
Oh
done
my
by
god, you mean the
Shadman.
pedophile defender was just actually just a pedophile defender this whole time?
By the Shad? Wasn't he in prison for drugs? I mean, Shad is a very controversial figure, but I still want artwork from him.
Was she lying
Shad
on
is a
purpose
very
to get away from the
controversial
Chris
figure.
Tyson
I still
Shadman
want
drama?
artwork from him. How do you
No.
self-snitch
I
this
would
hard, dude?
appreciate if you wouldn't repeat that I still like Shadman, because that is patently not true. I have brain damage, so I forget things.
I thought this was a
frequently. I
Nux
don't
video.
expect anyone who doesn't watch me
Am I
to
tripping?
believe that.
I think they will.
At the time I made those, I had no idea of Shadman's crimes.
She did know about the
Are you
one
sure?
crime that he was actually arrested for.
And I
What?
admitted that, and I read Null's post, and I was like, wow, he seems
Right,
like,
but like, what's the crime though? Because it's like, was it like for like child like is it like that stuff, or is it like, did he steal something from a store? I also hate the use of the word influencer. That could just be someone pissing in the bathtub while you're in. Oh my gosh, yes.
fuck retard, actually. That's kind
Ew.
of disgusting.
Ew.
And then, several months later, I forgot about that.
Arsler!
and
Arsler!
reiterated, oh, you know, I would like Shad meme art. My chat was like, Kirsha, you fucking idiot. He did the thing. And I was like, ah, shit, chat, you're right. He did do
Oh
the
my-
thing. Fuck
What's
me.
the thing? Be specific. What do you mean the thing? What was the thing?
Chat, you're right. So, no, I do not wish to have art from Shadman. Then her mods also yelled at her, how could you forget? Look, it happens, man. It happens. I have actual fucking brain damage, and I'm sorry, I can't help it. But literally, my entire brand is built on trying to be as honest as possible.
That's not quite what happened. She did
Oh,
receive a message from
shit.
a moderator reminding her about Shadman's past. But Kirsch didn't go, oops, I messed up, as she claimed. Instead, she rephrased her wish.
There's a new rumor about Shadman every month. I mean, I don't keep up with it. I just know him as a notorious online internet figure, man. I don't support him. I don't hate him. But like, when you're online, if you get Shadman art, you know, you kind of made it.
After the
Made
Chris
it where?
Tyson
To the
Shad
fucking,
Man
like,
drama broke
Epstein's
out,
Island?
she
That's where you
supposedly
fucking made it?
horrified
What?
to have found out that she was speaking about such a monster in such a casual manner. But
Yeah, that's
before,
kind of
when she
insane,
had
no?
the information in her damaged brain, the best she could do was to be neutral. I don't support him. I don't hate him. If I didn't know any better,
I'd hate him.
say it's pretty obvious that Kirsch didn't really care all that much about Shadowman's past until it became a convenient vector to attack Chris Tyson. I might also claim that Kirsch's
Oh shit, the
hesitation to condemn
transphobia, that's the
Shadowman
reason.
was
That's
result
the
of
reason.
her
Okay, I
pandering
got
to
it.
that kind of audience.
I
But
get it.
fortunately,
Okay,
we
that
know
makes
better.
sense.
She wasn't
Although Chris
lying or
Tyson is a piece of
downplaying her
shit, let's
fandom
be
of
real.
Shadowman. She's
But,
got
like,
brain damage.
We
Good
know why
symptoms.
Chris Tyson
Chad,
was
won't
like the
you help me because
no-go.
I'm not a mini. Hey,
Because remember, it's like these guys don't actually care about like the kiddie diddling stuff. What they care about is like your like fucking politics or your like fucking identity or some shit, right? They'll play team sports all day. If you're a trans person, you get caught diddling kids, they'll fucking jump you. But if you're just a regular motherfucker, okay, just some fucking standard like box kit like straight white fucking man, and you get caught diddling kids, it's like, or you get caught like hanging around kid diddlers or pushing like fucking suggestive content to kids that's like really fucked up. These guys don't care. They don't give a fuck. They swim in it, bro.
he can just make me into a lolly. I've had people make lolly Kirsha before. The world is sorely lacking a Shadman's brand of pure provocateur energy. Reddit will throw a fit when he gets back. I really liked Hillary Clinton. I thought that was pretty prime. Can we commission Shad? I don't know if Shad takes commissions, actually. Kirsha is not a Kanye fan. What do you mean? I said I don't mind if he draws me. That's perfectly fine.
Whoa.
I would
Whoa.
like a weird T-shirt like Hillary Clinton.
Whoa.
It's worth noting that whenever she
What?
talks about her past impression of Shadman, she doesn't mention that she did know about him being a lolicon artist. But I'm
She
pretty sure
did?
this is all explained
Oh,
by
no.
brain damage,
I'm so
which she's been
surprised.
for a long time. I mean, look at this reply to Shadman from 2021. She's so confused that she doesn't even know what you do on a bed. They're for sleeping, silly. If she had prefaced her take on my video by saying she has brain damage, I would have been a lot nicer in my tweet. My impression
She
was
has
that she's
brain
lying about
damage?
my video and actively avoiding the subject. She knows that if she had to engage with the video in front of her audience, she either has to condemn
Yeah,
that
she's like
stuff
Asmongold.
and
They're
lose
just like
that
little scared
connection, or
motherfuckers. They don't
totally
actually
lose
have
her
like
face.
actual opinions
You
or
can
anything.
pretend the video is boring by lying about it. You don't need to do either. However,
Right.
she isn't satisfied by merely lying about my video. She'll also platform all kinds of random smears about me.
Took him 50 minutes to get to the actual allegation. Nikandros is a lefty furry, and even the commentary community dislikes him. That's funny.
Oh no, he's a lefty? Oh no, he's intelligent. Oh no, he's intelligent. Oh no, he's intelligent. Oh no. I don't know, what do you mean by he's disliked by the commentary community? I'm pretty sure the commentary community loves his content. Like, shitting all over Nux Taku's fucking peak. Then again, the commentary community is full of fucking degenerates that, like, defended Tectone after he got caught being civilly, like, fucking liable for rape. Coaches are notorious for assaulting children. Yeah. Boy Scout Masters, coaches, priests. Yeah, there's a list.
I didn't know Jersh followed a furry. It's a weirdo.
VTubers are on the list, Chixie. VTubers are on the list.
Shocking his dog. What the fuck? You do get a feeling Nikandros is a cloud chaser and a Hassan fan?
Nikandros is a cloud chaser. That's why he uploads once every 8 months, because he's a cloud chaser.
Anything goes. Who cares? This was her reaction to people telling her about Shadman's past.
For like the 10th time, Shadman actually made art of a real child. That's if he did so. I have to say if he did so, because
He did. It was of
I've never seen
Keemstar's,
any
like,
sources
daughter, I'm
except
pretty
people
sure.
telling me. I'm not gonna believe without a source. Please give me source. Not gonna believe
Keemstar.
words without
Keemstar's the
sources,
source.
though.
It was his
That's how I
daughter.
operate. I was like, I want
Everyone knows about
sources,
this.
dude.
Kirsch already knew that Shadman was an infamous child illustrator who might still be in prison for something, but she had hopes of receiving some personalized child illustrations from him. So, if you make any claim
Oh
about
yeah, he's a
him,
creep. Lock him up in
Kirsch
prison. But
demands to
first,
see
can you
them.
draw me some seep? What
However,
the
if
fuck
you
is
call
wrong
her
with
a
this person?
diabetic hog because she demonstrably lied about your work, she'll abandon her principles and lie about you even more.
Not gonna believe words without sources, though. That's how I operate. Literally, my entire brand is built on trying to be as honest as possible.
If she doesn't have that
Sure, bro.
expectation of
You defend
receiving
kitty
child
diddlers, though.
cartoons, staying honest becomes impossible.
The Nikandros guy is very clearly a spurg, though. I would not trust anything coming from that guy.
Yeah, he's a left winger. He's a left winger. You can't trust him. He's a lefty. He's on the left. No. How politically cucked are you by Team Sports, bro? I have to know. How Team Sportsy is this motherfucker? Holy shit.
Super political. No, we're not. Right? I don't even know what any of this shit means. Like, what does an attorney general do for the United States?
You what? What? Hello. Oh, hey, it's Adam from this morning. Hello. Hi. I don't. Who's Clarice? Okay, I'm confused. But the point is, what do you mean you don't know what the United States Attorney General does? How did you get through high school? What the fuck is this? You're a grown adult. You don't know what the Attorney General of the USA does? And you're a U.S. citizen? With a fucking... is it Tectone that said that?
People watch our show and they're like, you guys are super political. No, we're not. Right? I don't even know what any of this shit means. Like, what does an attorney general do for the United States?
Okay, it wasn't Tectone. I'm pretty sure he also has an American flag behind him. So what the fuck is he talking about? What is he talking about? You don't know what the Attorney General is? Take the American flag. What do you like? Even if you don't have an American flag behind you, and I'm just tripping. Stop LARPing. What the fuck? Oh, what does an attorney general even mean? Grown man.
She continues to stay silent for a full minute. Meanwhile, Tectone spins his ignorance about how the government works into a point about how it's difficult to understand on purpose, so the government bureaucrats...
It's difficult to understand on purpose. No, you're just very stupid. How about that?
Do things. It's just things that most normal people don't like. And the Republicans go, we should do something about that. And then they never do.
In what reality do the Democrats do anything? I live in a world where the Democrats don't do shit. It's kind of like the biggest problem they have right now. What the fuck? Do you see how uneducated these fuckers are, bro?
What's stunning insight? The reality about these conservative creators in the Asmongold orbit is that they are financially tied to each other. It doesn't matter what I say or how
they're all
polite I
grifters,
am,
dude. They're
they
all
are looking
grifters.
for any excuse not to engage. Honesty and principles don't matter. What matters is playing for your side. Remnant
It's just team
777
sports.
learned this lesson
It's
the
team
hard way
sports.
When he called out Leaflet for not taking any accountability for her Discord server, which had its own share of cute
yes,
and
I'm also
funny
going live again
characters
tomorrow.
on it.
Just
For
letting
more
you guys
info on
know.
that, you can watch these videos. Despite making me look like the smelliest Redditor who ever lived, after getting backlash for making his side
By the way, the
look bad,
VTuber is
both
making fun of the
publicly and
furry.
behind
The pot's
scenes,
calling the kettle
Remnant
black here.
realized what this network actually values, and his opinion on me turned around.
I do appreciate you, by the way,
What is a
Nikandros.
reference to
Before
the
hating on
Silence
me
of the
right now,
Lambs?
I'm gonna make a public statement right now. You know, screw all the people who just attack individuals they dislike, even though they say the correct thing. I'm flat out, like, I'm very right-wing. Everybody's accusing Nikandros of being like a left-wing guy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's right-wing or left-wing if he points out something that's true.
I'm not gonna like him purely on the principle if he's a right winger, but fucking based take. That's a very intelligent take. Yeah. Like, yeah, dude. Why are you team sportsing this shit? He's a bad guy. Let's just call a spade a spade. We don't have to like do the left versus right shit. Let's just call a spade a spade.
True, and needs to be addressed.
What the fuck?
Period. Golly, you people want to talk the talk of having principles. But
Exactly.
you hate to walk to walk. Nah, that didn't rhyme. You hate to walk the walk.
We obviously don't agree about everything, but from what I've seen, he seems like a very sincere guy with a genuine interest in actual discourse, as opposed to team sports. I don't have any hard
Fucking
feelings about his
intelligent,
initial
bro.
portrayal of me, and even when he didn't like me, I think the signs of him being a fair guy were there.
Why do you, as a Christian, promote a server that allows people to post? That acts as a gateway for
Exactly.
introducing people to it.
Exactly.
We promote that server.
Exactly. How are you gonna LARP as a Christian and then post porn in your server, bro? How are you gonna be like that? What the fuck, bro? Yeah, a lot of people really don't understand how the government works or what positions in the why? You went to school. Go learn how the government works, loser. What are you doing? Anyways, yeah. Like, what the hell is this, dude? What the hell is going on? Like, hold on. These people constantly preach traditional values, family unit, how the world is being corrupted by degenerates, but in the spaces where they can actually make a difference, they just degenerate the world further. Exactly, Nick. These people are, you're going to call yourself a Christian and then post a bunch of porn into your server, bro. And then you're going to associate with a bunch of lolicon artists. Like, dude, you're LARPing. You're LARPing.
What does that have to do with anything?
No. He's got a point.
So to correct the record about my leftism and my fandom of Hassan, I don't watch Hassan Piker's content. So
No
if
one likes
anything,
Hassan, bro.
Hassan Piker is a fan of me. You don't need to
Oh!
come up with all these hardships you've been through. Everyone can
Oh shit, that's kind of aura. That's a little bit aura, dude. That's a little bit aura.
already see your life is a struggle. You're not white, and you still can't say the N-word.
You're
He's got
not
this
white
little
and you
laugh
still
about
can't
not
say the
finding
N-word.
anything. Never gets old. But sure, Kirsch, I've had some interactions with Hassan on social media. I think you forgot to show how I'm wrong, or how I'm a liar. Now, this video is supposed to be about Nuxtaku's response, so let's get to that. Nuxtaku's strategy is actually not much different from Kirsch's.
Now, anywho, Hassan continues his crash out, this time going after me and everyone else. He goes after a lot of people.
Hassan
Yeah.
Piker is coming after you? What has
For
Nuxtaku ever done to Hassan Piker to become the target of such aggression? He's only said Hassan's name on his channel 674 times. He also has a
Holy
playlist with
shit.
72 hit.
This is why I love Nikandros, bro. This is why I love Nick. Bro just brings all the fucking receipts. He brings all the... Oh, do you think Hassan responded to you out of nowhere? No, he responded to you because you kept, like, actually name-dropping him. And then eventually... 1 out of 600 plus fucking callouts, and he finally responds to you. That means for like multiple years, Nuxtaku was yelling Hassan's name, and Hassan ignored him until 1 point, bro. That's depressing.
Videos, 64 hours of material in total, dedicated to going after Hassan Piker. He's willing to dish out all this shit, even mock Hassan for not daring to mention his name. But when Hassan fires back, Nuxtaku is suddenly this innocent widow victim. At least he
Right.
didn't cry on his stream for an hour.
Bro, they act all tough. Bro, Rape Tone is
Responding
crying.
to my video, Nuxtaku tries to lump me in with Hassan and leverage the anti-Hassan sentiment of his
Dude.
audience to completely discredit my
Oh, he's
criticism.
such a
However,
loser.
because of the way
Guys,
Nux
you hate
responded,
Hassan, right?
I'm
So you
now
should hate
upset
Nikandros for
to
calling me
leverage
out.
the anti-Hassan sentiment of his audience to attack him and discredit him even further. If you've seen any amount of Nuxtaku's anti-Hassan content, you might be familiar with a certain system.
You all know the Hassan system. Are you familiar with
No.
the Hassan system?
What's
This
the Hassan
is the
system?
Hassan system.
Enlighten me.
The Hassan system is a proven method for handling criticism. Like, you do know the
I am chronically online. Can I be honest? I've never heard of the Hassan system. The fact that this is new to me says something, okay? Nikandros dug this shit up.
you know the Hassan system? Like how Hassan Piker deflects criticism?
But
The Hassan system! Somebody just posted the Hassan system. I love the Hassan system.
I know you do. We've already seen you deploy 2 of its tactics.
H.
Whoa!
Ignore critics'
Cotton
content to
4K?
their argument.
Cotton 4K?
This whole move of
Okay,
lumping
that
me
was
with
that was
Hassan
lame.
is
I'm
another
sorry.
one of them.
S. Strawman attacked the misrepresentation by grouping.
I'm sure Nux doesn't know what the word straw
Elon
man
Musk-
means, just for
Elon Musk
reference,
is-
chat.
He did a Nazi salute. He works for Trump. Trump is basically Orange Hitler.
fuck.
Am I right, guys?
Dude,
However,
playing on the
salute
hardest
is applied to
difficulty,
Nazi
raw God of
response.
War, bro, it's been a while, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting actually smoked mid-game. It's hard to react while
In
playing.
multiple ways.
Hide. Ignore critics' content to obscure their argument. True, he never reacted.
Claire
to me
Obscure
or anyone
Expedition
that ever
33
criticized him.
mentioned?
He never reacted to me or anyone that ever criticized him.
Recently, someone made a hit piece on me, and it was an hour and a half long, so I didn't watch it. I'll be honest.
I didn't watch it, I'll be honest.
Of course you didn't watch it.
Then there is avoid.
A. Avoid. Debate only weaker opponents, never the original person.
Exactly.
People never ever enter a debate at all.
Nuxtaku
Okay.
has never debated anyone who isn't his friend or
That is
on
true.
friendly terms with him.
That is objective. Yeah, that is true. This guy said he was gonna debate Tectone. They said him and Tectone were gonna quote unquote debate. They ended up just circle jerking like right wing talking points for 90 minutes, or like 90% of the time. Sorry, I don't know how long they were talking. Probably hours. But yeah, that was funny as
It's not
hell.
very surprising. He has run from conversations with me and harmful opinions before. The last time he did it, it came with the cost of him losing his spot on the Some Ordinary podcast.
Said XTC a dog and a fucking Jesus Christ.
This is simple. Do you feel that
Dude, not Mudahar.
representing himself in all of
It's
this?
funny because Nikandros also destroyed Mudahar's career too. It's kind of pretty
I'm
funny.
looking at that character. I don't know if that's fucking loli or whatever, but it's like fucking dog having sex with a woman, so it's already
What?
bad for me anyways. It doesn't even have to have the loli connotations. Yeah. I
What?
think for him to stay on a show and work with me directly, I'm not even talking about like just Caleb here, just with me. He should come and explain these things pretty candidly.
What?
If he can't do that, then I don't think he should be able to work with us in the future.
Oh, by the way,
That's what
Mudahar
I'm
is
fair with
completely
you about it.
fucking
I
like
haven't seen
like
Arm
just
yet.
larping right now. He does not
Half
care.
Opinions made the video.
He's been
He's
shown
the
lolly by
most
Nux
substantive
before, and he did
critiques
not give a
exactly
fuck. He's
about
already in
it. Just watch his
questionable
video about
territory.
it. I'm
If
obviously
he's
more
not
than
willing to
happy
answer the
facilitate.
critiques, then I don't think he should be working with us.
I'll expand on that a bit in part 2, but the full
There's a
story
part
comes
2?
later. I don't think name call is even worth addressing. However you might feel about
Hell
the
yeah!
accuracy of this
There's a
image
part
referring
2!
to Hassan, if you're going to be using it against him, you can't
It's not
behave
coming
the
out. It's
same
not out
exact
yet, but there
way
should be a
when
part
you
2 coming out soon, I
yourself are
guess.
facing
Hell
criticism.
yeah.
However, I believe we skipped over one of these tactics, which happens to be the one that Taku relies on the most.
That's A, alter in the Hassan system. Drastically misrepresent the opposing view. The new angle that people are taking is that I was grooming people in a Discord. A lie.
You
I've
kinda
never groomed
were.
anyone ever, and they've never had any evidence of me grooming anyone ever. All right?
Except that one
it's
time
a
you
lot
were grooming
of,
somebody.
A lot of implications that get thrown out.
Not only did I not accuse him of grooming, I clarified that messages on the Discord about him grooming someone were actually jokes. Plenty of users, including
Okay. So Taku is the king of strawmans. I'm not gonna lie. If there's one guy that strawmans an unreasonable amount, it's probably Taku. Like D1 strawman or Nux Taku, bro.
including Taku, have also claimed Alan to be underage. Alan is a lolly, no can do. Alan
Whoa.
is underage.
Whoa!
Nux is grooming Alan. What's going on here? I then demonstrated that the Alan in question was
It's a
actually
me,
a joke.
Mario.
These statements about Nux
Okay, I'm gonna
grooming
stop. That
Alan
was
or Nux
dumb.
calling
That
Alan
was
a
dumb.
lolly are simply jokes. Very optically bad jokes, but jokes nonetheless. The Alan I mentioned is, of course, Alan Weebus.
All patrons are invited to the Discord server, where we do things like make fun of Alan Weebus. If you don't know who Alan Weebus is, oh, trust me, $1 to the Patreon is worth it to meet the guy.
If you didn't see part 1, Alan Weebus was the groomer, as the audience calls him,
What?
who was on Taku's Patreon Discord. Alan had
What?
many interactions with
Why
Nux,
would you
and
still
Nux
associate with
repeatedly
that guy?
endorsed him to his
Why would you
audience,
ever associate
despite
with
them
that guy,
continuously
regardless?
sending gore to the 14-year-old minor, Red, on Nux's Patreon Discord. Alan also
He can do that? Since when?
School, which they
First
eventually did,
time I got
and
hit with that
cited
move,
Alan
honestly.
as inspiration. Alan
Okay.
also instructed them on self-harming, which is what Red used to drop out of school. I don't even call Alan a groomer in the video. I said he engaged in abusive, manipulative, and criminal behavior towards Red, and I showed a message from Red in which he says he doesn't believe Alan had that intention. But
Okay, this was like a whole thing. I'm not gonna go back and watch the last one. I might do that for a throwback stream. Not this month, because this month's throwback stream is tomorrow. That's gonna be Dean Withers. But yeah, this was a whole thing. This is why I say like Nux is a fucking freaking weirdo. Because like the shit that he gets up to is like, even if it isn't illegal, right? Is like you're fucking like towing the line. It's like, why are you even doing that?
his
You know?
behavior was still inappropriate.
This is the guy that made the video. If you want to watch the full video, you should go watch it, by the way, if you want. If you want to watch an hour and a half of this guy calling me a pedophile with zero evidence that I'm a pedophile.
Objectively never happened. See, this is why Nux Taku doesn't want to sue him. This is why Nux Taku wouldn't sue him. Because like he has no case. He never called him a pedophile.
Not putting it under the rug at all. Absolutely. If you want to go watch it, go watch it. I will not be spending 4 hours reacting to an hour and a half long video.
Oh wow, sounds like someone's scared.
Nux Taku has never previously addressed the state of his communities, and he's never given an honest description of his past content to his audience. He's also never called a pedophile in the video. While I do show him exhibiting very obscene lolicon material on his channel,
gosh.
I mentioned the fact that Nux Taku has consistently denied being into it. There's a difference between
That is
waifu
true.
and best girl. Waifus are mountable, so therefore the best
Huh?
girl isn't. However, the art of
You
the
say
best
mountable?
girl is lolly inclusive. Nux is using that word in the petite anime character sense, not
Oh,
the
no.
cartoon CP sense. Nux's
Oh,
stance
no.
on personally not being into lolly hentai has been consistent for years.
This is
But it
true.
didn't
That
stop
being
him from
said, it's
posting
still
it
fucking
onto
weird he
YouTube.
associates with a
Despite
bunch of
having
people that
displayed
do
this
like it, and
content
he
in his
watches it
videos and
anyways for
thumbnails
funsies.
years, Nuxtaku has consistently denied being into it. Nuxtaku might have frequently engaged with lolly hentai content, even
Yeah.
though he's
Probably
and he
fucking
was
did,
putting it in
yeah.
his thumbnails as recently as 2022. But using something for clickbait to increase your income is not the same thing as personally enjoying it. You can make assumptions.
Right, but it's still kind of fucked up that he did it with an audience of children. You know what I mean? It's like, why expose them to that kind of fucking suggestive content? Because, like, now they're gonna start looking for it. You plant the seed in the kid's head. Don't plant the seed in the kid's head. You know what I mean?
Speculations about why he went with this material specifically, but those are ultimately assumptions. Just for the hell of it, let's make another argument for why Nux isn't a lolicon. The anime community, which Nuxtaku was submerged in for years, is full of people who are openly lolicons, like Nuxtaku's
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
friend,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Chibi
whoa, 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 whoa,
Reviews.
whoa, 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 whoa. We're not cool with it. We're not saying we're cool with it by any means. None of us said we were cool with the behavior. None of us. It just kind of happens sometimes against our will. I had to fix the stream a little. It looked a little. I just realized it looked a little
Feels
wonky.
comfortable, regularly tweeting suggestive images of clearly underage characters.
Which you shouldn't
These
be
people are
doing.
Tolerated in these spaces, and there was zero pressure against Nux coming out as a lolicon if he was one, and yet he didn't. Despite being
Where's the
surrounded
boy?
by these people,
Where's the
who have
boy?
surrendered to them for years. Nuxtaku has never, to my knowledge, said that he's into it.
Alright, gamers, the hentai tags tier list. Let's go. Lolly. Alright, disgusting. I can't. I hate seeing it everywhere.
Okay.
It's gross.
This kind of
Understandable.
consistency is
Why do you
rare
keep
when it
using it
comes
for
to Nux.
content then?
The guy contradicts himself all the time. For a brief moment, let me take you to August of 2024. Nuxtaku
It's
is
been
finally
8
being
months,
pressed
by the
about his
way.
past content, and he was actually
So to be clear, this is also incorrect. This is not when I was being pressed for my past content. This was literally a video that I made talking about my 10 years on YouTube because it was like my 10-year YouTube anniversary. All right, this was not like a response to...
Wait, so did Nux watch that video or not watch it? I'm confused. Didn't Nux say he didn't want to react to it? Now he's reacting to it? Dude, this guy Nux never makes any sense to me. I'm so confused.
drama video, as far as I remember. Maybe I'm mistaken and I'm thinking of the wrong video, but that's what I thought.
Dude, how does Papa Gut
so,
do this format? I
as you
can't.
can
I
see,
can't do this format too
addressed
long.
Many times that I regretted the fact that I would make lewd content and shit back in the day.
Back in the day, you still
this
do.
video was, it was like a 10-year anniversary. This was not like some apology, whatever. Anywho.
I will tell you the truth about that video and all of the other responses he refers to in
God.
part 2. For now, we are specifically focusing
Oh, come on, don't make me
Nux's
wait till part
claims
2.
about the Discord. Red joined the server on September 7th. On day 1, they openly declared themselves to be 14 years old.
I didn't know about this.
In this
Oh.
first screenshot,
Oh,
where
that's
Red admits to
bad.
being 14,
That's really
Nuxtaku
bad.
is right here. In my video, I show many instances where Nux was present or pinged in close proximity to Red, saying they're a minor, or saying something that would flag them as
Dude.
one. They mentioned things about their school, their head teacher, and other users also pinged Nuxtaku.
That's... What? Hold on, what? What
Where
is
Red
happening?
admits to being 14, Nuxtaku is right here.
Oh,
In my
yeah, I
video,
remember now.
show
I
many
remember now.
instances where
Okay.
Nux was present or pinged in close proximity to Red, saying they're a minor, or saying something that would flag them as one. They mentioned things about their
Yup,
school,
yup.
their head teacher, and other users also pinged Nuxtaku in close proximity to messages where Alan was talking about sending gore to Red. Here's a new close call that I came across. Violet pings Nuxtaku. I got proposed by
no.
Red. Red ponders if by marrying Violet, they can have her arrested. You can't. I can, but she will be arrested and prosecuted. Why do you think that would happen? Could it be Red being underage, perhaps? Nuxtaku
Oh, no.
shows up and says, "Go, fanbase." Violet responds, "I can't, Nux. It would be against the law." Nux doesn't respond.
Oh,
but
shit.
he's still present 10 minutes later. This is a totally
God.
Looney Tunes level of a lack of awareness. Especially when you
Oh,
realize how
God,
small
bro.
the server was.
What?
I recently learned about this tool for analyzing Discord exports, and according to it, When Red joined the server, the number of active members was 44, which
Oh,
is an
no,
incredibly
shit.
small number. Here is the server's overall activity, Red's activity, and Nuxtaku's activity.
Who is Red?
Nuxtaku's most active
Oh,
months on
the kid. I
server
remember
are
now,
when
the
the
minor.
events I covered happened.
Oh, that's weird.
When we limit the users being analyzed to Red and Nuxtaku, we see that according to this definition of a conversation, they participated.
Bro, is this just gonna be like him debunking all of Nuxtaku? Did Nuxtaku respond to this video? It looks like he did. What is Nikandros talking about today? What the fuck? I thought maybe I don't remember reading the title, but I don't know. I guess okay, Nikandros bullying Nuxtaku is all I really care about at this point.
In 130 conversations with each other. If we include
130?
users, but limit the time
For fucking
range to the
why?
first 3 months when Red
Stop
was on
talking to kids
server,
online.
Red
Stop
was
it. Don't talk to
2.5
children online unless
more
your own
active than
children.
Nux, and
Unless they're
the
your
most
kids,
active
don't talk to
person
them,
on the
please.
server, with the exception of the deleted users, which would include regulars like Zach, Alan, and some other figures who were too obscure to identify. With these
Claire
filters
Obscure
turned
mentioned
on,
again.
the number of conversations that Nuxtaku and Red both participated in was 57. If we look at the period between Red joining and when Nuxtaku made the NSFW channel for them, Red is still number 2 in terms of activity, and the number of conversations only goes down to 36. I also showed that Nuxtaku
36?
was in
Rookie
voice
numbers.
chats
I'm
with
joking,
Red
I'm joking.
multiple times. This is merely Red's testimony, but I showed multiple screenshots of interactions on the former voice chat text channel between Red and Nuxtaku, which suggest that they were both in the VC at the time. I
Yo,
also
hop on
showed the
VC, kid.
screenshot of Red in a
Why are you on
with
VC with a
Nux.
minor,
But
dude?
how can you
I
know
have
that didn't
questions
just censor
now.
a random name and avatar? Red actually had a very long nickname at the time, so we don't need to censor these parts. They've also changed their avatar, so we can reveal that too. There are other old screenshots of the server, which show a person with the same nickname suffix and avatar in other VC sessions.
Get up, boy.
This screenshot reveals that they removed the suffix from their nickname in late January 2019. However, they had that nickname as early as December 2018 when they had a different avatar. Here's a new screenshot of a conversation where
The
Red is
fire
spamming
damage,
large
it makes it
text,
worse.
And Zach posts a screenshot of the conversation. We can see the same nickname here and the earlier avatar. And you can also see that Red was speaking in the VC. There are other screenshots
Hop
of
on
Red with
VC,
this
Red,
nickname and
what?
avatar in different VCs. The user who can be seen at the bottom here, TM Philly, was actually Nuxtaku's editor at the time.
God damn it.
They haven't said anything
I keep
indicating
dying.
they knew Red was a minor, but they were in a couple VCs with them.
Dude, that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird, bro. Having Red in the VC is a little weird because, like, dude, you can't have a kid on your, like, actual VC like that, bro. That, I don't know if they didn't know. But if there's no evidence that they did know, I'm not going to say that they did. But, like...
So, if Red being underage would have been a problem, that's a person actually working for Nuxtaku at the time who could have known. So, Red spoke in VCs, and they were in VCs with Nuxtaku multiple times. Despite all of these clear signs, we're supposed to believe that Nuxtaku didn't realize that Red was a minor. They would later claim to be 15 multiple times, but as they...
I didn't know about this.
It's a very hard sell, and you can tell from Nuxtaku's desperation that he knows it. Openly stated, they were lying about their age. Red was...
Oh, so they were lying about...
Damn. Damn, dude. Imagine your reaction is just like pure... Dude, Nuxtaku can't even lie well. Bro, by the way, I feel like if Nux's fans realized, like, if he, like, realized he was Israeli, they'd probably drop him because, like, they're all a bunch of fucking Nazis. I don't know why, like... I don't know why he keeps LARPing as, like, some American dude. He's, like, an Israeli Jew. His entire fucking fan base should hate him. I don't know why they don't. It's weird.
Red lied about being 15 when they were actually 14. Again, everyone on the server
Oh,
knew
no.
Red was a minor.
Oh, no.
That Nuxtaku was the odd one out and he never realized that Red was a minor, or that Nuxtaku knew, but he didn't care. It was not an issue. All of the evidence
Yeah, he probably didn't
supports the
care.
latter option. Now,
He probably didn't
apparently,
care,
I didn't do my
realistically.
due diligence when confirming Red to be 14 because I didn't ask for their ID. I simply did not believe it was necessary. Red had
what?
left the server half a decade before I contacted them, and when I asked them if they really were 15 at the time, they recalled being 13 or just having turned 14 when they
Well, the
joined.
receipts
I
seem to
mentioned
disagree
them
with
initially
you,
saying
so
14 and later on 15.
there's
They
no
said
real
they
reason to
were born
believe
in
that
August
statement.
of 2004, which lines up with them having just turned 14 when they joined. They said they might have been lying about being
Oh, this was
older
years
because
ago.
they were
Holy,
embarrassed
never
about how
mind.
young
Motherfucker's
they
older
were.
than me.
This
Red
lines
is
up with
older
their
than me now.
visuals
That's
way
weird.
back
That's kind of
then,
funny.
that
Okay.
They were not actually 15 years old. If Red being underage was just
How
an
long has
elaborate
Taku been a
roleplay on the
YouTuber then?
server, it was spotless.
Because Red
and
is older than
coordinated
me.
between multiple people in an effort to trick someone who would stumble upon those messages over half a decade later. Some people still demand to see an ID verification, so I asked Red if they were willing to share a photo of their ID with everything but their birth year and month blocked out. They got back to me very quickly with this. There it is. August of 2004. Red was 14 at the time, just like they said, and just like I reported. Will the skeptics now be satisfied, or will they simply move on to the next thing to be skeptical about? Hey, Nikandros knows Photoshop.
Sometimes it's
Nikandros
okay to be a
must have
skeptic, but
photoshopped
like
this.
sometimes,
Well,
bro.
you caught
Sometimes.
me this time.
You know?
Here's the original, and here's the fake. I can show me refreshing the DMs where
Sometimes
Red
it's
said
like
was
making the
fiction,
argument
or
about
maybe
like
Red
evidence
sent
and
me a
shit
fake
just like isn't the
passport,
best.
or maybe
Sometimes it's
I
not a
was
good
the one
time, you
who
know?
faked these messages. I didn't. This is real. I hope this demonstration shows why I thought that it was worthless to get an ID verification. If you're already skeptical, this isn't gonna do anything for you. There is just so much more other evidence which supports Red being underage. After my video came out, I've been contacted by 3 people who could be seen in the video showing or saying something inappropriate to Red. They've all offered an explanation
Oh
for
no.
their actions.
Oh
And if
no.
Red hadn't actually been a minor at the time, pointing it out would be a total exoneration. All of them acknowledged that they knew that at the time
They
Red
knew?
was a minor.
They knew and they
Even
still said shit
emphasized
like
how
that? What the
immature
fuck?
Red was, and how their lack of knowledge about adult matters became a running joke on the server. I want to emphasize that I do not condone any kind of harassment of the individuals whom I feature in my videos. It is entirely
Who
possible
cares?
to do something inappropriate with a minor as a consequence of a lack of thought. If I believed there was anything deeper and more sinister about the actions of these
Yeah, but
sub-characters,
still, just
I
don't
would
talk
have
to kids
mentioned
on the
that.
internet.
Red actually
It's that
defended 2 of
simple.
them and believed
What?
that the reason for their misbehavior was the environment that Nikandros had fostered on the server. A lot of these people were also very young adults. and
Right,
this
but how
happened
does
8
that
years
really
ago.
change anything?
Later on, I will address
Right, like
why
young
that
adults still
excuse
know
doesn't
better,
fly
no?
with Nikandros. In case
I'm
you
not saying
believe
they
I
are,
faked
I'm just saying
all
like
the
it's still
logs on the
fucking weird,
server,
dude.
or that I took them out of context. I'm not the only one who's seen them. I expected Nikandros to purge the whole server, so I presented its contents to Nicholas Diorio, Dickard,
Nicholas Diorio mentioned! Let's go!
Now, Nikandros had actually reached
Nicholas
out
the
to me
GOAT.
and ended up going through some of these Discord logs where he literally just pulled them up from the server. He didn't have to
Well, what's this guy's name again? I forgot. I watch him sometimes, but I don't remember his name. I'm just a little excited Mr. Diorio is mentioned. Who's that guy? That Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo? Mr. Oreo?
archive these messages or anything. He could just search them up and find them and show me what he was talking about.
Nikandros pulled a couple of YouTubers aside, myself included, and did about a 30-minute presentation showing me everything from the actual server. So, in an event where this took place, a YouTuber who covered it can turn around and go, no, it's real. I saw it with my own eyes. So I'm
Oh
bringing that
shit!
credibility now.
Oh shit!
By his
Oh shit!
recorded our little conversation that we had, the 30-minute presentation, and I recorded that instance if it was ever necessary to actually show.
If there was
Damn, they brought
skeptical
receipts
about
upon
my
receipts.
presentation of the server's contents, those skeptics could have paid Nikandros a single $1 to check for themselves. If they couldn't be bothered to do that, I'd say their critiques are not even worth addressing. For some reason, Nikandros has decided to block new Patreon members from joining
Oh
the Discord
no.
server.
I wonder
I
why.
spent $1 on Nikandros' Patreon. Now, I just did this a moment ago and I ended up screenshotting it. When I tried to connect over to the Discord, this is what would happen to my Discord. You
Oh,
find yourself in a
no.
strange place. You don't have access to any text channels, or there are none in the server. And there wasn't any new servers showing up in my server list on the left-hand side.
Oh,
So
he
at the bare
nuked the
minimum,
disc,
false
bro.
advertising,
It
I
got
did
so
not
bad
get
he nuked the
access for
Discord.
$1.
No.
That is the Discord access that anybody else was allowed to for just spending $1. An NSFW channel, as well as a bunch of people being super cool with the fact that you're under the age of 18.
He's also deleted the
Oh,
NSFW
that's
channel.
freaking weak.
If my
That's good.
presentation was a total lie, why would Taku prevent his strongest defenders from doing their own investigation and exonerating him?
Exactly,
Fortunately,
dude.
Taku's attempts to destroy evidence
He
are
didn't give a
remained.
fuck.
Thanks to
That's
Jenny
why.
Matrix, I have an archive of the server and all of its media files. The NSFW channel included, which is 8 gigabytes. However, that's not the
8
only archive of
gigabytes?
the server.
The
There
fuck?
are others who managed to
Why?
export their own versions. In the case of this guy, he dug through the logs and has not disputed Red being a minor. In fact, he documented other users on the server attesting to being minors. Initially, the total number was 7, which then raised to 12, which is very odd for what is supposedly
12
an
minors in a
18+
Discord is crazy.
Look, man, I don't know how a minor even got into this Discord server because, as I'm sure he mentioned this in the longer video, I'm not trying to say that he tried to slander me on purpose.
What happened? I don't know what happened. You're like completely fucking irresponsible.
For those of you that are unaware, Patreon servers are inherently 18+.
Oh, because a kid can't steal their parents' credit card. Obviously, this has never happened before. Nux has never heard of children stealing their parents' credit cards. Actual fucking loser. What is happening?
Obviously didn't happen. This was inherently an 18+ Discord server. So if someone lied or stole,
Guys, I don't know what happened. Can kids fake their ages on the internet? I didn't know that. I didn't know. Oh my gosh, he sounds like every like fucking like rich billion-dollar company when they get caught like doing some really shady shit, so they have to give the dumbest excuse in the world.
let their kid join a Discord server from a guy
no.
that was making more adult-focused content on my YouTube channel. That is the parents' fault.
There's a lot of claims being made there, so let's go one by one. First of all, how could a child get into the server? If you saw my video, you might remember a mention of the server getting raided several times.
Oh no.
The users doing these raids did not pay through Patreon to get onto the Discord. They got in through an invite link. Yes, you heard that right. Taku did not know how to prevent users from creating invite links to the server. Fixing this issue
trolling?
takes seconds, and the moderators of the server who did not have proper
Is this guy
permissions
fucking
to fix that
stupid?
issue tried to tell Taku to fix it, but they were ignored for months. Taku even shared the Patreon Discord invite link by mistake in a
This guy
YouTube
has to be
community
trolling
post,
right now,
allowing
right?
a bunch of people to join
Oh
in
no.
without paying through
Oh
Patreon.
god, the troll's
That
going
means the
crazy.
server's user base
Troll's
was
going crazy.
contaminated with people who were not age verified, and they had the ability to create
Is
more
he going
invite
after the
links
boy?
and share them to other users. Patreon Discords are also absolutely not inherently 18+.
For those of you
Exactly.
that are aware, Patreon servers are inherently 18+.
In what way? How are they
if you want
inherently
to become
18+?
If you want to join a creator's membership as a patron, or provide membership as a creator, you must be at least 18 years old, or have permission from
Why?
your guardian.
It says right there that they welcome 13+ members.
Exactly.
It is not an adults-only platform. Some Patreons are
Is this
18+,
guy fucking stupid?
Some are 13+. Taku's Patreon was not 18.
Also, again, it's like, is he surprised that children can fake their ages on the internet, dude? You have to do your fucking due diligence. What are you surprised about? A child pretending to be an adult online? That's not surprising. That's normal.
And it did not have an 18+ rule. The NSFW channel existed for over a year before any rules were added. The ones that currently exist still do not mention anything about the server being 18+. When Taku would plug the Patreon Discord in his videos, which he did around 68
Oh,
times,
no.
he did not
68?
mention it being 18+
Why?
more than once. If the server was clearly 18+ from the beginning, why did none of the other adult members report Red to Taku when they knew that they're a minor? As Harmful Opinions points
they don't
out
give
in
a
his
fuck.
videos, several of the moderators who were added later acknowledged that children were present on the Discord, and even said they won't take responsibility
Oh, no.
if they access the NSFW channel.
There is a note here saying absolutely nothing from minors, by the way. No personal nudes, no content of minors, content depicting the minors.
That doesn't stop
content made
kids
by
from
minors,
entering your
none of that
server.
Shit. All right, just,
Is he
just to be
stupid?
clear.
The NSFW channel did not have these rules on it at the time either. They were added way later. Taku also claimed that he was creating more adult-oriented content at the time, but that's total bullshit. Again, the stuff with Red and Alan happened in 2018, when Taku was still an anime YouTuber. The pivot to hentai content began in August of 2019. Even past that point, Taku had a disclaimer in his video descriptions stating that his entire channel was PG-13. This disclaimer was also on the Monkey Comic video. When it comes to Nux trying to
The
algorithmically
what?
target his content to a young audience, we actually have some data here, which has been gathered and visualized
Dude.
by Matrix. If we scan Nux
Dude, Nikandros has no chill. He just like goes for the fucking kill, dude.
Like Matt
What?
Mr. Beast, PewDiePie, and so on, we can see that even after the pivot to hentai content, Taku was regularly using these creators' names in his tags. Now, I
Oh
wanna
no,
note that
that's
this stuff
bad.
is a little bit work in progress. I can't remember why I asked Jenny to
Boy.
exclude Mr. Beast from the rest of these. But when we
Mr.
don't, we
Beast
can see that when the
6000.
multicomic video was
Oh,
published, over 60% of Nux's videos that month had a kids YouTuber tagged on it. And for the next 6 months...
Right, this is that shit I'm talking about where it's like, it's obvious your audience is primarily children, so why the fuck are you like posting actual sexually like suggestive content on your thumbnails and in your videos and shit? Because it's like, why expose the kids to that? Like, even if you don't like lolly, even if you're not like a pedophile, why expose children to that shit and put them in like scenarios where like pedophiles can fucking get after them? You know what I mean? Like, that's just like incredibly fucking irresponsible. And this is why I say like Nux Taku is like worse than Hassan. This dude just doesn't give a fuck about the safety of like his supposed fans, which again are like a bunch of fucking neo-Nazis. So my confusion is, like, they do know Nux Taku is like Israeli Jew, right? Like, why the fuck are they still fucking with him? Like, this guy keeps talking about, oh yeah, I'm pro-America, I'm America first. You're not even American. What?
It was 100%. Here is a graph.
He's an Israeli Jew Canadian.
Here is a graph for NSFW
he's Canadian. He's Jewish. He's Israeli. He's not American.
YouTubers, kids franchises, and NSFW terms. On this graph especially, you can notice how he slowly tones it down as it stops working as a meta. He's used the Nux Taku Mr. Beast tag on his videos 648 times. If you look at this video, for example, I hosted the world's most legendary Rule 34 tournament. We have tags like
Prayer to
Nux
Odin.
Taku Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast $1,000, Mr. Beast Tournament, Pokemon
Holy
Rule 34,
shit, bro.
Nux Taku Mr. Beast.
Dude, you can tell this is before 2024 when all the dog pack videos started dropping because the Mr. Beast is going crazy.
And of course, Jaden Animations Rule 34.
Jaden Animations! Oh yeah, didn't he say he has like a little crush on Jaden Animations,
So
like
even after Nux Taku
Avatar
stopped doing
thing?
anime
Little freaking weirdo.
He was still trying to reach a young audience. In 2018, when he was an anime creator, the entry fee to his Patreon Discord was a one-time payment of $1. He was not an 18+ creator. The plugs didn't mention it being 18+, and the server didn't mention it being 18+.
Bro, Nikandros went for the kill today. What?
Claims that it was because the Patreon terms of service says you need to be 18 or have parental consent to place pledges. So
Nope,
if a
not this
child
way.
gets groomed
I know
on
where
his
this way
Patreon
goes.
Discord server,
I played this before.
the parents'
I just haven't done the
fault.
side content
Ladies
like
and
this
gentlemen,
before.
this is the big one. The dragon.
Oh.
It's the parents' fault. It's the parents' responsibility. Parents need to stop being lazy and look after their children. Oh hey, it's
Dude, there's only so much stuff parents can do, though. And even then, it's like, yeah, parents should pay attention to their kids and shit. But, like, that doesn't excuse you, like, exposing children to this kind of content. Like, it's fine if you want to say, yeah, like, the parents should step up. But, like, that doesn't mean that, like, kids should be watching this shit. That's all I'm saying.
Leaflet, another right-wing VTuber in the Asmongold called Orbit who defended Nux Taku with the same rhetoric.
You know who's at fault? You know.
Like, you should stop
who
the
has a lot
kids,
of the
dude.
blame here?
You should stop the kids from doing this in the first place.
Parents need to take care of their kids. Because
Yeah.
how are their kids getting online looking at 18+ content? How is that possible?
How is that possible?
I don't know, Leaflet.
Okay, we all know how it's possible, though. Again, like, we can say, yeah, parents, watch your kids. Fully understandable. But at the same time, don't expose children to this content in the first place.
Why don't you tell us?
When I was a kid, they took away my internet because, you know what I did? I went and I signed up.
Oh, they took my
for
internet
the
when I
free
was a
internet
kid.
Providers. I went to
Am I
freaking
stupid,
Radio Shack,
chat?
I bought a cable and I ran it all the way across the room, hooked it up to my Dreamcast, and I was still online.
Get fucked, parents.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. It's like they can't. You're not gonna be able to stop it. You're not gonna know. Like I hid the cable like under the bed. But they're not gonna know, right?
They're not gonna know, right?
And I'll just get up like late at night, 2 a.m. Fantasy Star Online time. Plug it all. Wait, okay, everyone's in bed. Open the door. Okay, everyone's asleep.
Oh,
Plug
damn
it
it.
all in. Get ready. Now I'm playing Fantasy Star Online at 2 a.m. You can't stop it.
You can't stop.
When Leaflet is talking about ID verification on Discord, it is impossible for parents to stop their children from getting online. They're not going to know what their
Yeah.
kids are doing, and there's nothing they can do to stop it. When she defends Nuxtaku 12 days later, she suddenly fails to grasp how parents aren't able to do what she previously claimed to be impossible.
How are their kids?
Right, and again, it's like parents should pay attention to their kids. I'm not saying they shouldn't be paying more attention to their kids and what they're watching online. I'm just like, listen. That doesn't mean you, as a creator who's aware that you have an audience full of minors, should be exposing them to shit like this. Regardless, the onus is still on, the responsibility is still on you to protect the children in your audience, right? Again, the parents should be paying attention, but knowing that you have an audience of children, don't bait them with sexually suggestive content.
Online, looking at 18 plus content. How is that possible?
You sneaky bitch.
If something bad had happened to Leaflet when she was accessing the internet without her parents' knowledge,
We got the final
whose
apple.
fault would
We
it
got the
be?
apple.
Would it make Leaflet's parents bad parents?
Yay!
What exactly
Oh
was she supposed
shit!
to do? Watch her 24/7,
Sorry, my maximum health went up a
install
lot.
surveillance camera in their teenage daughter's room, shackle her to the bed at night? That sounds very abusive. Parents obviously shouldn't expect strangers on the internet to protect their children, and they
Exactly.
don't. In most cases, the parents don't know that their children are using these services because their child is hiding it from them. Parents should supervise their children, but even with ideal parents, which very few children have, perfect supervision is not always.
Right, having perfect parents is also like a privilege. Most people don't have that shit. But having like a decent fucking family, like most people don't have that.
Possible. That's why we as adults have a shared duty to protect children. As I said in my video, parents do have the primary responsibility to protect
Right.
their children. But that responsibility isn't on them alone. If you're publishing content on a 13+ website, the creators, the parents, and the platform have a shared responsibility to protect the children using that site from being
Exactly.
exposed to harmful content.
Oh
Similarly,
no,
if you're running
Nintendo
a
might sue
Discord
me.
server,
Nikandros,
you're
why?
responsible
Nintendo
for
could
what
sue
you
both of
and
us.
people you've designated as moderators allowed to happen on it. If you allow people to do whatever they want on your server and violate Discord's rules, you're still getting banned because it was your responsibility to make sure that those rules were being followed. Banning minors from your 18+ communities and being aware of the fact that kids can lie about being adults
Right.
is not the same thing as babysitting someone else's children. There
Exactly.
are times when you can say, parents' fault, or more preferably, there was nothing I could do. If you're making 18+
There was nothing I could. Remember the meme that there was nothing I could do? That was funny as hell back in the day.
18+ videos without your
There was
knowledge,
nothing I could do.
unless you're advertising your
Napoleon
content on a
Bonaparte.
13+ platform, there's not really anything you can do. You have done your due diligence. If a child sneaks into an 18+ community, no one knew they were a minor, the moderators are putting in a good faith effort to prevent children from joining, and you don't have a porn channel because you know that some minors can slip through, that's also when you can say, there was nothing I could do. I'm not
There was nothing we
asking
could
for
do.
omnipotence here. It's really simple.
Exactly,
If your
no.
community is not appropriate for minors, make a reasonable.
He's not asking for omnipotence. He's asking for omniscience. The word is all-knowing. But yeah, he's asking for like an all-knowing parents. It's like parents aren't perfect. They try their best, but they're not perfect, right? And that's like if you're a good parent, which again, most people don't have the luxury of just having a good parent
Effort
lying
to keep
around.
them out. You don't need to adopt them and parent them, give them an allowance and do their homework. Just ban
Exactly.
them from your server.
Exactly.
That's the beginning and the end of your duty of care towards them. The ironic thing about Leaflet bringing up parental responsibility is that the minors on her Discord server hadn't slipped past moderation, they were explicitly allowed.
They used to get rid of any
Oh,
kids they
that's
knew about.
fucking
so this
freaky.
is originally an 18+ server that at some point they decided to open up to kids. I don't know when exactly or why, and my obvious suggestion is to go back to that. I don't think that's too crazy or evil.
So I
or
know
unfair
why.
at all.
Leaflet told me. And I don't necessarily agree with this opinion. This is just what she told me the mindset was.
The boy.
They don't want kids to
Go, boy,
to
go.
Discord servers that like would be full of trans individuals and trans ideologies and they
Oh my gosh, I forgot these guys are like right-wing fucking mentally cooked chuds, dude. The fucking bigotry's
they
insane.
would like to educate kids better.
And what exactly was
Oh
the
yeah,
outcome? Several
we like
minors
to
talking
educate
about what
kids
they're
better
into,
by like
a
showing them
grown
lolicon
15-year-old
content.
talking about being into femboys and being sent thigh pics by an adult user who wasn't banned until
Oh my
harmful
god, that's
opinions drew
fucking
attention
gross,
to it.
dude.
So
Oh, that's
while
gross.
You should keep kids out of your 18+ communities.
Again, nothing wrong with femboys, they're the fucking best. But like, oh my gosh, please no, don't fucking send thigh pictures to children, you
Please
fucking
do not try
weirdos.
to
You
protect
fucking kitty
and
diddlers.
educate random kids on the internet. It is not your job. If you notice
Exactly.
they have some issues, you can tell them to talk to their school counselor or
Exactly.
seek some other professional help. But
Or
do
talk
not
to their
become
parents.
The counselor. You are a random adult stranger on the internet. Even if you have good intentions, you are teaching that kid that they can trust random adult strangers on the internet.
Right,
That's
and
not a
kids are
good thing.
stupid.
Nuxtaku's defense was a bit more complicated and dumber than just saying parents' fault. According to the Patreon terms of service, Red must have had parental consent to join Nux's Patreon, so the parents must have consented to everything that happened to Red on the Discord. Therefore, whatever happens,
Again, and they act like online you can't just fake all of this shit like with relative
it's
ease.
the
These
parents'
guys are
fault,
weird.
and Nuxtaku is not liable. That is simply not how it works. Parental consent is only required because the Patreon terms of service is a legal contract, and
Exactly.
minors cannot enter into contracts without parental consent. Patreon is not actually verifying the age of the user in any way, so there's no actual substantiation of Red or any other minor having the consent of their parents to pledge money to Nuxtaku. This line of text is Patreon trying to limit their legal liability. Even if we
Which again is fucked up, but capitalism, what are you gonna do about it? Oh wait, we could get rid of it. Oh, but we don't want to have that conversation. Nux would hate that conversation.
Patreon. You need to be 18 to have a credit card, but in many countries, children as young as 13 can have debit cards. They could have also used a prepaid card.
Dude, in the
or even
US,
stolen their parents' credit
you can have an
card
eight.
to
You
make
can
a
have an
single
8-year-old.
dollar
You can give an
purchase
8-year-old a
to
debit
access the
card.
server. The appearance of a single dollar
Under
was
their
pretty
parents'
hard
account,
to
you can give them
notice.
one.
Again, a child joining the server was totally foreseeable. The Patreon terms of service doesn't clear Nuxtaku of wrongdoing. It is actually the total opposite.
And when you're 16, you can get your like full-on bank account with Bank of America in the US. If you're like 16, you can just get a straight-up bank account.
Pledges. Did Nuxtaku ever do this? No, but when he created his Patreon account, he agreed that he would. He also agreed that his Patreon benefits would comply with Patreon's
Can I pet that
community
dog?
guidelines.
Ooh,
Discord
can I pet that
access was
dog?
a benefit, so therefore, Nuxtaku agreed to keep the Discord's contents in line with these guidelines. So what does that entail? Nuxtaku was not an 18+ creator, so he agreed to keep all 18+ content of his Patreon Discord. He agreed there wouldn't be any promotion
Good,
of self-harm,
I guess.
no gore material, no lolicon content, and
Finally.
absolutely no grooming. If Patreon
Okay,
actively
good.
reinforced
I
the
hope
terms of
so.
service, Nuxtaku would have been banned from
Who's
the
a
platform
good
in
boy? It's a good
2018.
turtle.
So
That's a
Nuxtaku
good turtle.
explicitly agreed he wouldn't have any of the things on his Patreon Discord that harmed Red. He agreed to shoulder that responsibility in order to access Patreon services and then completely neglected them. Let's pretend none of that matters. Let's pretend Nuxtaku had explicit consent from Red's parents to not only let Red into the server, they also consented to Nux creating the NSFW channel for them, and to all the things that Alan did.
Freaky ass
That
motherfuckers.
wouldn't matter because parents cannot consent to someone abusing their child. I am not a lawyer.
That is true. You cannot like parentally consent to somebody abusing their kid. That is true. You can't like there's like parental consent is like going to the doctor's office, parental consent applies, right? But like a parent can't say, yeah, you can beat the shit out of my child because you can't beat the shit out of kids no matter what.
But even in the legal realm, the terms of a contract cannot override the law. If
That
you
is also
send
true.
gold to a
Contracts
minor
can't
on
be
a Discord
illegal, so you
server,
can't like do a
that's
Squid
crime,
Game.
even
Sorry,
if
you
have
can't do Squid
consent
Game in
from the
real
child's
life.
Parents. I don't know whether Nuxtaku is actually civilly or criminally liable for something here, but parental consent does not grant him any kind of immunity if his actions on the server constituted a crime. However,
Carl Jobs probably would have doubled down on like some crime that happened here, even though he's like not a lawyer or anything. And he probably would have like ChatGPT'd up a
you
script
slice
and then
it,
gotten
if the
sued or
only
some
thing protecting a
shit.
child from being groomed in your small Discord community is their parents stopping them from joining it in the first place, what does that say about you and your community? It sounds pretty bad, doesn't it? But it's basically what Taku said in his defense.
Parents need to make sure that their kids aren't logging into 18+ servers. You know?
Okay, I mean,
it's awful. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong.
and again, like Nux, when your like audience is primarily children, maybe you shouldn't just have like, 18+ content lying around for them to view.
If you let
My
your kids
personal
around
opinion.
me and they get groomed, that's on you. Also, how dare you slander me as a pedophile? To prevent
No
what
one
happened
called
to
you a
Red,
pedophile.
all Taku had to do was to have an 18+ only rule. Clearly communicate that Discord was 18+ in his plugs, and tell people to report any minors to him. Red would have been instantly caught and banned. This is very basic stuff, but it was too much to ask from Taku. One of his own moderators described his management of the server with the words, absolute neglect. Just to repeat it one more time, I'm not complaining that Nux didn't do enough to keep kids out of his Patreon Discord server.
We
The
probably should be
complaint
complaining about
is
that.
Nux didn't do anything at all.
Oh!
He's now blaming Red's parents.
Oh! I keep forgetting Nikandros has like 0 chill, dude. Yes, he did literally nothing to prevent kids from being fucking like exposed to sexually like explicit content.
For letting them onto an 18+ server when there were no indications or warnings of it being an 18+ server.
Parents need to make sure that their
Exactly.
kids aren't logging into 18+ servers.
You shouldn't be letting your audience of you shouldn't have 18+ servers when your audience is primarily minors, dude. You should know that.
Liability as well. He's the person with the most potential to catch criminal charges here. Alan was actively sending gore and NSFW content to Red and said they were doing it because Red was underage. He felt so comfortable doing it that he openly told other members that he was sending these things to Red. Taku could have said it's Alan's fault, he could have denounced
Who the
him,
fuck is
but
Alan?
no. He chose to make the evidence of Alan's crimes inaccessible, and he deleted some of it. If you think Alan's behavior qualifies him as a groomer or a pedophile, he certainly
bit,
made
yeah.
himself look like one.
Yeah.
And if he is one, then Taku's actions to defend himself have also protected that sort of person from consequences. If Taku hadn't placed all of the blame on Red's parents, he would still be on the hook for not only letting Alan stay on his server, he was shouting him out in his videos and featuring him on his
Oh,
podcast. He literally said that the $1
Yo, why does everybody have a podcast now? Hot take, hottest take. I don't think everyone should have a podcast.
entry fee was worth it to join the Discord to meet this guy.
If you don't know who Alan Weebus is, oh, trust me, $1 to the Patreon is worth it to meet the guy.
What kind of culture do you think these endorsements encouraged? What kind of message do you think it sent to Red? Think about that for a second.
Yeah, I
According
can't
to one of
explore this
Alan's
place.
old
Never
friends who
mind.
reached out to me, Taku was definitely friends with Alan at some point, and he wanted Alan to be his editor. They even recalled Alan possibly having seen a photo of Taku's face. Again, this is one of Alan's friends saying this, so, you know. The only time Taku told Alan don't is this one. It's him telling Alan not to bring his alt accounts onto the server. That is how early Taku knew about the possibility of people joining the server without going through Patreon. It would remain
Bro,
so far,
he always
Taku
knew.
has
Of
been
course he
lying
did.
about
He's
the
a
server,
freak.
Lying about his past, lying about my video, conflating me with Hassan, playing dumb,
Hassan.
shifting blame, and
Dude,
deleting
I would
evidence.
hate to be.
It
I
was
would.
quite
I would.
possibly one of the worst responses ever.
I feel like Nikandros making this entire video is because he got personally offended that he got called out, or not called out. He got personally offended that he got like compared to Hassan, which I understand.
To be clear,
I
again,
understand.
I'm really sorry if any bad thing happened to any person in any of my servers. Obviously, that's disgusting and horrible.
Is that it?
However, it was an 18+ server. That's one. And two,
You sure about
also
that, bro?
important to mention, this not safe for work tag
Hey, kid,
that
bro.
ended up this channel, this not safe for work channel, which again, I regret. I don't think I should have ever done that. That was definitely a mistake on my part. I'm not trying to say it wasn't, but 2018, 8
Then what are you
years
trying to
ago,
say?
I guess, didn't think about it clearly enough. This server was removed, this channel with the not safe for work.
He acts like in 2018, like laws didn't exist. Like he acts like in 2018, like we didn't have laws against like exposing children to like fucking sexually explicit content. Maybe.
Everything was removed really quickly after it was made.
I'm not saying he did anything illegal. I'm just saying it's like he's acting like in 2018 we didn't think like pedophilia was bad or
16+,
something.
by the way, was removed within a week. But the NSFW channel on the Patreon Discord existed since 2018 until a couple days after my video came out. But anyway, so what if it happened in 2018? That's the reason I compared it to the Ava Chris Tyson Discord.
If you guys can think back to the Ava Chris Tyson allegations, which Nikandros kind of touches on in this video, when we were dealing with, having to put our brains together and look at, the density of messages and these kids saying what their ages were during the Ava Chris stuff, we were looking at that and going, well, it was close enough to these kids saying, what their...
Dude, the Ava Chris Tyson situation genuinely pissed me off to like an insane degree because it's like, it was like 90% transphobia, 10% like valid criticism. Or sorry, it was like 90% valid criticism, 10% transphobia. And that transphobia shit like just stuck out like a fucking sore thumb.
Ages are and them engaging with this material that Ava Chris Tyson more likely than not must have known. If you compare, like the density of messages,
not to be woke, not to be hyper woke or anything.
Chris Tyson or
not to be the woker.
It
sorry.
Is much worse. It is like magnitudes worse with this Nux Taku server. It's a much smaller group because you did have to pay, albeit like $1 or $2. It's a much smaller
worse.
Group, and pretty much everyone in that Discord seems to recognize and address Red as a child, making jokes about it, commenting about it, and shortly after they're talking about Red or talking about their age or anything like this, Nux Taku is showing up.
Yep.
Nikandros in his video further shows that they were in Discord calls together. It gets to a point where it is very, very difficult to give Nux benefit of the doubt that he just didn't know what was going on.
Guys, what's happening? What is happening? I don't understand. Okay, I don't even know. It's a me, Mario. I don't know what's going on. Kids in my server, my sexually explicit server. No, that can't be.
It was okay to destroy Chris Tyson's career in 2024.
I'm so sorry.
In 2018, but in
I'm so confused right now trying to pilot this boat. I'm sorry.
Using clips of Hassan Piker from 2018. What exactly is the standard here? Nux Taku goes after Hassan for videos he made 13 years ago.
What did he say? Old enough to count, old enough to mount.
What?
Hassan Piker. That's right, bro. That's it. And this is coming from Hassan, known for saying if she's old enough to count, she's old enough to mount.
Come back again next week when we discuss the legendary question of all time.
Oh my gosh, dude. We get it. Hassan is cringe. Hassan is cringe. I get it. That doesn't mean you have like. This is Hassan being cringy. What you did was actively expose minors to sexually explicit content, whether you like it or not. And here's the thing. I don't think this is like malice. I think Nux Taku is just that stupid. Considering his political opinions, I think it's Nux Taku just being genuinely stupid. It has nothing to do with malice. Like when like most of this could be attributed to just being an idiot. And after he got caught, it was malice. But before that, he was just being fucking stupid. He should have just apologized like an adult and just be like, you know what? This is my fucking fault. I need to take responsibility for this shit. I fucked up. But instead, he acted like a little bitch and played victim. Because why? Upgrade the boy.
There's been a lot of reviews about how bro tip is not offensive enough, so I decided I'm gonna kick it up a notch.
Even in character, when the things Hassan is saying don't represent his own beliefs, he's merely asking the question, after which a big no is shown. So not only is Nux Taku fine with judging people for things they said more than 8 years ago, he's fine with lying about them too.
And then you're saying
not only was it a joke, he was clear that it was wrong. Dude, I'm glad he didn't try and make any definitive statements. Nux Taku isn't that stupid, at least.
The thing that I've done that you consider to be
why
completely unacceptable is like satirical fucking a shitty attempt at satire that.
So the shitty attempt of satire he's referring to is his bro tips past.
Sorry, I was looking at another screen.
If
what the fuck just happened?
To count, she's old enough to mount. If
oh my
that's
god,
not pedophile behavior,
that's so corny too. It's not even funny.
This one joke
it's not even funny.
Ago into some regular catchphrase that Hassan would say back then. Now, please note that I'm simply deriving Nux Taku's standards from the standards he holds other people to. It doesn't matter whatever.
Bro, Hassan says old enough to count, old enough to mount one time, bro.
Using this quote as an expression of Hassan's genuine belief is just misinformation. And the fact that Nux Taku feels so strongly about it ties very nicely to his Patreon Discord.
By the way, for those of you that don't know, Hassan Piker, largest leftist political streamer in America, has been doing streams talking about back in the day, back when he was a wee baby at the wee young age of 24. He was saying if she's old enough to count, she's old enough to mount. All right, if she bleeds, she breeds.
Again, that's you, Nux. Is that Hezbollah, bro? Not the terrorist organization.
He's been saying shit like this, but he was 24. He was just a baby.
In 2018, Nikandros was 22. And when Nikandros was 22, Alan Weber said these same words right in front of his face.
Oh shit.
on
So
the
by
server.
your logic,
That's
Nux.
not pedophile behavior. I don't know what is.
Using his own soundbite! Oh my gosh, using his own soundbite!
Terrifying Alan, and moved on. Within 30 minutes, Alan is talking to Red about the age of consent being 15, and all the gross stuff he sends to Red specifically because they were 15. This was on the 8th of October. What does Nikandros say 12 days later?
If you don't know who Alan Weebus is, oh, trust me, $1 to the Patreon is worth it to meet the guy.
This was already in my original video, but Nikandros
Oh,
did not offer an
no.
explanation in his response. You witnessed a person saying something that you believe counts as pedophile behavior, even when it's said
Oh, the
in
PS5
context of
controller's
satire,
acting up.
and you gave them a shout out, and explicitly told your mixed-age audience to pay you money to meet them. This is one of those moments where you absolutely need to respond properly and clear up how it's even possible that this happened. At the time, Nikandros had a quarter of a
World
million
Serpent.
subscribers. You would naturally be careful about who you shout out and endorse. If you
Hold on, what did he say? Not 57. Sorry, that's way too far back. Let's go right
in front
before
of his
the hour
face
mark.
on the server.
If that's not pedophile behavior, I don't know what is.
After Alan said that lollies are very mountable, Nux reacted, "You are terrifying, Alan," and moved on. Within 30 minutes, Alan is talking to Red about the age of consent being 15, and all the gross stuff he sends to Red specifically because they were 15. This was on the 8th of October. What does Nikandros
Specifically
say
because
12
they were
days later?
15, bro?
Don't know who Alan Weebus
That's
is, oh, trust me,
fucked,
$1
bro.
to the Patreon is worth it to meet the guy.
This was already in my original video, but Nikandros did not offer an explanation in his response. You witnessed a person saying something that you believe counts as pedophile behavior, even when it's said in the context of satire, and you gave them a shout out, and explicitly told your mixed-age audience to pay you money to meet them. This is one of those moments where you absolutely need to respond properly and clear up how it's even possible that this happened. At the time, Nikandros had a quarter of a million subscribers. You would naturally be careful about who you shout out and endorse. If you
I
saw
would.
them make
I would
these
be very
jokes,
careful who
how
I'd
did
shout
you
out and
justify
endorse.
that decision? Whatever the answer may be, Nikandros is once again holding others to higher standards. He's willing to make these attacks despite his actions being far worse. There is no date of expiration on when you can judge people for the things they've done. This could have happened 13 years ago, and I would still have a perfectly...
According to South Park, it's like 33 years or something, right? Or I guess that's when you can make fun of something. I don't. It's not the same
legitimate
thing, I
reason
guess.
to bring it up. The things that happened on Nikandros' Patreon Discord server make
Whoa.
it clear that Nikandros has clearly known since 2018 that he has minors in his audience. And he should have learned from this experience that if you don't actively exclude them, they are willing to join NSFW communities and talk about NSFW content with adults, even
I can
past
imagine.
paywalls. It completely shatters any plausible deniability that Nikandros didn't realize that he was pushing his content to an audience of children. It makes
I
it
know they
clear
were
that
minors,
all
I
of this
swear.
Early introduction behavior was totally inexcusable. The pivot to hentai content in 2019, totally inexcusable. Leaving the Reddit unmoderated, totally inexcusable.
Exactly.
The email competitions, totally inexcusable. There is
Dude,
some
he's
improvement
actually
with the
going in for the
Discord in
kill.
2022,
Dude,
since it
Nikandros
actually
is
launched
cooking,
with 18
bro.
moderators,
Why?
and it actually had a minimum age rule. But in April of 2021, Nikandros' plan for it was still to leave it totally unmoderated.
I'm thinking of starting a new Patreon, a new Discord just for all you guys, just to spam your shiz. It's gonna be like borderline not moderated insanity. That's the plan. That's the plan.
Remember when I said that the Discord predator catfishing video, where Nux acknowledges that predators are a problem on Discord, was released in September of 2021? That was actually a re-release of a video from February. So while Nikandros is laughing about how funny it would be to leave his new Discord borderline unmoderated, he already knows about the problem of predators on that platform. If not for whoever
And he
convinced
did
Nikandros that
nothing.
he can't
He
just
did
leave his Discord
nothing.
unmoderated, it would have been a do-over of the Patreon Discord on an even larger scale. For about
That is
6
true.
days, it kind of was. So Nux clearly brought up the fact that
6 days, bro. 6
these
torturous
things
days.
happened 8 years ago in bad faith. He's totally willing to judge and condemn other people for things they've done that are way older than that. If we apply the same analysis to his other defenses, we quickly realize that they were all made in bad faith as well. He does not genuinely believe the things that he's saying.
He doesn't believe in anything. He's fucking Nux Taku. He's a loser.
Service requiring parental consent means that he's not responsible for anything that happened to a minor on his Patreon Discord. That position does not mesh with his other beliefs.
Just recently, you had the implied nudity meta on Twitch, where they allowed artistic nudity, which is, again...
Yeah, this is where, like, Nux Taku was going around and, like criticizing Twitch because they were like, oh, you guys, like, allow, like, sexually suggestive content and you have, like, minors on your platform, which is, like, a fair criticism, but it's like, Nux, you're just as bad, if not worse, than Twitch. Probably worse. Probably
Still
worse.
Mind-blowing to me that they even thought this was a good idea on a 13-plus gaming website, by the way.
What's the problem? Look at the Twitch terms of service. Minors need parental permission to use it, so it's an inherently 18-plus website. If parents are not comfortable with their kids watching this stuff, it's their fault if they let them watch it. What does it matter if the Twitch app comes pre-installed with your smart TV? And because it's 13+, it's super easy for kids to access on any computer with internet access. Like the computers at their school, their library, or their friend's place, where you can't supervise them. If following the TOS was a principle that Nux Taku genuinely believed in, he would not only have to apologize for attacking Twitch for 5 years for no reason, he'd have a far easier time defending his past.
Yeah, I do regret making lewd content in the past.
What are you regretting? The YouTube terms of service says that minors need parental consent to use the service. Nux Taku might have used all kinds of tags, brands, and properties to maximize the odds that his content would reach an underage audience. However, just like on Patreon, the terms of service says that the parents of the kids watching his videos must have consented to it, so Nux Taku should have absolutely no regrets whatsoever. But for some reason, he still does. Nux Taku does not articulate this distinction, but
Upgrade
Patreon
the boy,
has
we're
a
gonna need him.
paywall, whereas YouTube and Twitch don't. If we steal Manny's defense and shift the focus from the terms of service to the paywall, which we then equate with an implicit age verification, Nux's old YouTube content and the rants about Twitch hot tub streamers would no longer be sufficient to demonstrate hypocrisy. Assuming all of that in his favor, and I'm literally inventing more arguments in favor of Nux to take down, it wouldn't save him because Nux Taku did not merely criticize Twitch for exposing minors to bikini ladies.
Every single freaking ASMR streamer on Twitch is linking their OnlyFans because ultimately Twitch is a massive funnel to that stuff, and Twitch knows that.
That is true.
Most of Twitch these days is a literal funnel to OnlyFans.
Twitch is funneling children to OnlyFans. In case you didn't hear him specify children, here's another clip from November of 2025.
In the past, they've made plenty of questionable bans and unbans, like having full-blown penetrative sex on stream.
True.
Was a 3-day ban.
Twitch's hentai, as a very wise man once said. It really is just a soft to hardcore site that's used to funnel.
The irony in that statement, though, right? Because it's like, Nux, you're not any different. You're not any better.
Children into actual hardcore sites like OnlyFans.
Exactly.
That and terrorism. It's
or like Rule 34 video, or like any hentai site, though, right? I hope kids aren't watching this right now.
Patreon accepts 13+ users. OnlyFans doesn't. It's an 18+ adults-only platform. So when Nux Taku goes after
you also
Twitch,
kind of have to pay to be on it. Kids don't really have money like that. I don't know how this is remotely similar. He does not
care about paywalls, and he does not care that parents are not checking the transaction history of their children's debit cards, or that
is
kids
important.
might steal their parents' credit cards. He holds the Twitch platform and these streamers directly accountable for funneling minors to a paid adult platform. I'm trying to hold Nux Taku accountable for funneling a minor through a paywall on a 13+ platform.
What just
in
happened?
The best case scenario, when we are still
I swear that normally wouldn't happen. I guess I just didn't care to parry today. What the hell?
Streamers to a higher standard than I am holding him in my video.
That's
it's
wild.
Almost like every single standard I'm trying to hold this guy up to is a standard he has held other people to. If you make videos featuring suggestive material of characters that are popular with children, like Rule 34,
exactly,
children are going to be watching that content.
This is insane.
Oh no, dude, and he's like,
out here.
but I don't know how the kids are watching this because the parents, what are the parents doing? trying
kids.
their best.
It's kids that never
Or like,
figured out about
yeah, sure, they
Twitch
could not
meta
be
yet.
present. They're
It's
trying.
kids too young for the Twitch meta.
Then he uploads that video on his channel with no added censorship, with this thumbnail and these tags in January
That
of
freaked
2024.
me out for a second.
He also understands that the presence of adult content on a 13+ platform functions as a way for children to circumvent their parental controls and access 18+ content.
As you know, whenever someone says Twitch meta, it's just women on Twitch finding new ways to sexualize
Exactly.
themselves and get mostly underage people that can't log on to porn sites.
Right, but you put like suggestive content in your thumbnails to get like your audience of minors to click on your videos faster. So, who's worse?
Mostly underage people.
Like,
that
arguably, who's worse?
Log on to porn sites.
To you know.
To beat it a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
What the fuck? Yeah, we do know what you're saying. You're the one that fucking does. Dude, if I see Hezbollah one more time and not the terrorist organization, I'm gonna fucking die.
But
I mean,
did you notice the absence of parental responsibility?
I mean, to be fair, I could see Hezbollah in real life, like the actual organization. They could just fucking kill me.
being mentioned? It wasn't mentioned in 2021, 2024,
what the
or
fuck
in
is this?
November of 2025. What about this clip?
Talking about OnlyFans girls is an entire meta of content creation that has existed for years.
100%.
And I don't
Think
know,
before
maybe
you
it has something
sweep
to
the
do
guy
with
that
people like
defended
Taku
an
trying to
actual
bend
like
Twitch's
rapist.
rules so she can show her
Wild.
boobs to 13-year-olds and try to get
What is
them
he
addicted
yapping
to
about this
pornography.
time?
Yeah, man. Everyone that streams on Twitch is quite literally bringing people to a platform where this crazy shit is happening. I'm just saying.
Actual rapist
no, this
defender
is
trying to talk
insanity.
about
It's
morals.
insanity that this is allowed on
Actual
Twitch.
rapist
Sexual
defender trying to talk
content.
about
Again, I always
morals.
said
What
this
the
Twitch is
fuck?
just tits and terrorists.
So we are again holding the hot tub streamers on Twitch that are advertising their OnlyFans directly accountable. No mention of parental responsibility, terms of service, allergies,
LARPing.
bone spurs, or fibromyalgia. This guy has been ranting about the Twitch meta since early
Fibromyalgia,
2021,
why?
and he never mentions anything
Why was
about
that
parental
mentioned?
responsibility. He does
Oh,
not even
no.
expect to get that response because he knows it's stupid. It's a totally worthless deflection of responsibility that he doesn't allow anyone else to make. After my video came out, and he's the one being criticized, after 5 years of ignoring it, parental responsibility suddenly matters. However,
Yeah.
I may have forgotten to
Parental
mention
responsibility.
Nastaku's response to me came out
The
on
parents are
13th of
responsible,
February.
not you, you
The
freak.
clip I just showed you was 3 days later. 3 days after defending himself, parental
Holy shit, am I
responsibility,
cooking, chat?
terms of
What is
service,
happening right
or
now?
paywalls no longer matter. This guy is a total liar.
Boy.
He doesn't believe anything he says.
He's a
Ironically,
LARPer.
The guy screaming about lies, defamation, and bad faith is himself the pinnacle of lies, defamation, and bad faith. Now, I've used phrasing in this video many times, which could be interpreted as me saying that Taku knowingly targeted children with 18+ content for some kind of malicious reason. I have not seen a smoking gun for Taku wanting to corrupt the youth, or that he's getting off
Right.
the idea of kids getting exposed to 18+ content through his videos. Maybe that sounds insane to you. I mean, why would he tag Mr. Beast if he didn't want children to watch his content? Well, Mr. Beast
I don't
is
know.
massively popular with
Mr.
children, that's
Beast
true, but it's also a
6000,
massive
oh.
channel. There is another explanation for all of these things. Taku wanted to make more money, and ethical concerns were not an obstacle. It's actually very easy to facilitate harm on a massive scale when all you see are numbers on a screen. And
That
the
is
more
true.
harm you do, the more money you have flowing to your account. I might be totally tunnel-visioned, but at this point, for me to call Taku a pedophile, I'd basically need to see him admit it. Would Taku
Yeah.
ever give this much charity to someone else? Of course not.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's not like Twitch that literally knows.
And again, like, this is the thing about Nikandros. He's like an honest journalist. Taku's just like a snarky bitch. That's kind of the problem with Nux. He's like a snarky piece of shit. Who's also like a biggest hypocrite on the
And
positive
where's
planet.
the evidence for that being Twitch's motivation? Is he just looking at Twitch's behavior and assuming that's the case? If so, I would be 100% justified in saying the same thing about Taku.
Right. Like, Nux is no different from Twitch. He's trying to pretend like he's something better. He's
Assuming
not.
we're judging him by his own standards.
We're not going to
But
2 hours,
I'm not
chat,
gonna
I
do
think.
that
I don't think we're going to
because
2
he
hours.
has
I
no
think we're going to stop
standards.
at like an
He
hour
will
and
say
30.
whatever he can to maintain an
This
audience
was
and
like
to
an
make money.
emergency stream.
So, what else do we got?
Now, I find it ironic that people like Hassan.
Oh my god.
Hassan, guys, it's Hassan. No.
For things he's done. All right.
All right.
Nuxtaku complains about Hassan.
Dude, again, this guy's actually like lost his fucking mind. Hassan this, Hassan that. Bro. You have skeletons in your closet, Nux. Let's talk about those.
Who Nux claims are pro-lolly, and his evidence is a tweet from 2019. But there's more.
Nux is so fucking stupid, too.
Anime children on their
Again, like, he thinks it's like a
I'm not
win and
exactly a
own.
fan
Everyone's like,
of,
dude, what are you
Eromanga
talking
Sensei, but
about?
Yeah, so Eromanga Sensei, for those of you that are unaware, it's a story about, I think she's like an 11-year-old girl that moved in with her stepbrother after her parents died or something.
How do you know this, bro?
They worked together to create child hentai or something.
It's like in episode 2, Sagiri's
I don't think that's what
classmate
happened.
comes
Is
to
that
check
the
on her
plot?
Because she isn't going to school. But dead ass, randomly mid-conversation, she just drops this.
おちんちん大好きですけど。大好き？はい。私と同じくらいの年の女の。
Oh my gosh. What? Guys, I swear, this isn't anime. This doesn't count. I swear, this has nothing to do with anime, I promise. This is... Ignore the language they're speaking!
It's pretty awful. It's a pretty bad anime, I'm not gonna lie.
If Nuxtaku was logged into his MyAnimeList account, you would see that he watched 8 out of 12 episodes.
Whoa!
And 7 out of 10.
Whoa!
So, after seeing this scene in episode 2, he continued watching for 6 more episodes and rated the show slightly higher than the average user.
What?
For reference, the anime...
What? Dude! Bro! That's actually... Dude, I told you Nikandros goes for the kill. I told you, it's pure projection. Nux is pretending like he honestly cares about this shit. Next thing you know, he's like diddling the kid. Or no, he's not diddling it. He's like watching the anime and rating it highly, bro. Why? Why?
Hey man, one of the people that Nuxtaku is accusing
Nux, why do you do this to yourself,
rated
dude?
it
You keep
2
doing
out of
this to
10.
yourself.
Giguk, on
Nux,
the other hand,
why?
gave it a 10 out of 10. You'll be hearing more about these guys in the part 2. The anime
Oh, I hope
might
so.
have been
Oh,
an
I'm
open
so
one
excited
from
for this part
2019,
2, bro.
But Nuxtaku forgot to mention
Hasbull is
that
funny
back
as
in
hell, by the
day,
way.
He proudly claimed to have inspired him and Giguk and many others to create hentai review content. You see, Nuxtaku
Freaky
wasn't
eye.
following a meta back in the day.
You are known for pushing the limits of what is acceptable on YouTube.
He pushed the limits.
All of a sudden, Lord Nuxinor comes along with like an angelic choir in the background and introduces the
Oh my
YouTube
God.
scene to Giantioi. All of a sudden, blammo, Lost Pause, the anime man, heavenly controller, following the trend. Very cool, fam. I would do the same thing, even though this time I'm the trend setter. Feels pretty good.
He used to be a PNG tuber before he was a VTuber. I keep forgetting that. Hold on. Holy shit. I hate allergies. Yes, he used to be a PNG tuber before he was a VTuber. And he was just as fucking sick.
You know why?
He was the trend
Actually, no,
setter.
he's worse
I
now.
mean, I've inspired countless others. No, the anime man, heavily.
He inspired countless others, and that includes Giguk as well.
The fact that
That's
at
crazy.
least I'm convincing myself, inspired Giguk's video, I must say I'm honored. I've been watching Giguk all the way
Why?
back when, long before I started my channel.
But again, that's for the part 2. To summarize Nux's response, he deploys the whole Hassan system at me, as he sees it's about me ruining his public perception.
Hassan
with things that
bad.
he himself
Hassan
says
bad,
/
guys.
And then immediately lies about me, while still scared to say my name. Cinema.
Say my name.
Subjecto.
Walter White. Nikandros is Walter White.
Nux is a fucking Jew pedo creep, and that's facts.
Whoa, that's a bit uncalled
Whoa.
for, isn't it?
That's not.
Yeah.
Wait, him and Tectone, did they break up? What happened? What the fuck? I'm joking. I mean, did they stop hanging
Yes,
out?
it is.
No, it's not.
Whatever. See you later.
Oh no. Alright, that's gonna be all for today's stream. Honestly, there's like maybe one person watching this. I got nothing left.